Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making a wrap skirt with cascades and I'll be illustrating it with this paper first. Now I folded this paper into two, trying to get the midpoint, and when I got the midpoint, I notched it. After notching the midpoint, I'll open the paper like this and fold it diagonally using one edge of the paper. Now we'll be using the effect of a 180-degree flare at this point, and I'll be using half of the waist circumference divided by 3.14 to get the waist arc. And whatever is your waist circumference, you divide the half of it by 3.14 to get your waist arc. And I'm creating the length arc as well at this point. Like I said, this has the effect of 180-degree flare. After I mark the point, I'll connect the dot for the length and for the waist. Now for the waist arc, you can do well to add some seam allowance, like up to 3 inches, because you'll be folding this part that is straight. And after you've gotten that waist arc, you will place a half of your waist circumference. Now remember, the other part is half of your waist circumference on fold. And so to complete the waist circumference, you measure half of your waist circumference again. And this time, add like 3 inches seam allowance. The 3 inches will allow it to wrap properly. And after we've gotten half of the waist circumference plus 3 inches allowance, you can add up to 5 inches if you so wish, just for ease. So the remaining part will be the pleat allowance. And after that, you mark it a little below the knee from the waistline and connect it to meet the length arc. And then cut it out. At the far edge there, I would like to have a curve effect. And so from the waistline, I'll be curving it to meet the length like this. And cut it out. So now, this is the effect that you can have. And so if you're doing this, you fold it like this. And of course, I'll be showing us how to pleat it just like we have on the thumbnail. So I saw similar effect on the dress Tony Abraham wore to AMCVA award night. So this fabric I'm using is a sequence fabric, and then I folded it into two. This fabric is about 2 yards. So getting the midpoint of it means each side of it is 1 yard. So I notch the midpoint and then fold it diagonally, just like I folded on the paper. You will ensure that you work with your pins. From the apex of this diagonal part, you will divide your waist circumference by 3.14, adding about 3 inches for your seam allowance. Whatever result you have, you use that to create the arc, measuring from the apex there. So for mine, I had about 11 inches, and that's what I used to create the arc for the waistline. After that, I'll be using about 2 inches height of a waistband, and I had to take out that 2 inches and measure the length. Measuring the length, I'm creating an arc using the waist arc. I'll mark the length at several points and connect the dot. So we'll see properly, I'll need to change the view of this fabric, and before you do this, you will need to pin it properly so everything will be in place and you won't have to do it all over again. We are done with half of the waist circumference. Now remember, the half of the waist circumference is on fold at this point. So I haven't gotten the half of the waist circumference. I'll measure another half of the waist circumference plus about 3 inches. You can add up to 5 inches if you so desire. Now this is just for ease so it will wrap properly. And after that, the remaining part I'll be using for the pleat allowance. The pleat I'll be making it 2 on 2. I have a pleat tutorial which I will link it to this tutorial where I use 1 on 1 pleats. I'll be giving you a snippet of that in this tutorial. I'll link from the waist arc to the pleat allowance and then mark about 18 inches plus 1 inch for hem allowance. And then I'll be connecting that point to meet the length arc and then cut it out. And then for the cuff effect, before I start pleating, I'll just cuff it from the waistline to meet the length like this and cut it out. It's a simple dress, it doesn't take that much. Okay, so now I'll mark half of the waist circumference plus about 3 to 5 inches, and at that point I'll start pleating. For the pleat, I said we'll be using 2 on 2 pleat. So from the point where the waist circumference ends, I'll mark 2 inches, another 2 inches, another 2 inches. I'll then take the third point to meet the first point, and that becomes a pleat. I'll repeat that process to make about 3 pleats on this. Now the allowance I had here will be enough for just 3 pleats. Or if you desire more than 3 pleats, you can go ahead and do this. Now I decided to make it 2 on 2. You see that it's bolder, but you can use 1 on 1, and that will help you to have more pleats. I repeated that process, and I'll do for the third one as well. When you're making pleats, you need to work closely with your pins because you're pinning everything and ironed. After ironing, this is what it looks like. And so I'll go ahead to hem it. I'll first of all double fold the part where we have the diagonal part with about 1 inch. I'll just double fold to hem it, okay, from one point to the end of it. So I'll be hemming all the parts except the waistline because we'll be using a band for the waistline. So now for the waistband, I'll measure what I have for the waist, okay, and I'll be adding about 2 inches for the band. So now the band is height of 5 inches, and I iron in the other half. That part will face the front. So I have height of 5 inches and the length of about 43 inches. And then sewing the band, I will make the right side of the band, not the iron part, the right side of the other part that I did not iron to face the back side of the skirt. That side is where I'll sew it first. Now this band, I added an interface just to give it some stability. And then I'll bring it the right side facing the back side of the skirt, leaving about 1 inch, before the waistline. Just the normal way of sewing band. And I'll sew it all the way around to the end. Now at the edge there, you can choose to do with the excess allowance. When you turn it to the other side, the iron part will be sewn to cover the stitch that you first made.